It's our last day in San Juan. Got a little bit of a beach shot behind us, but it's the best we could do. We're kind of in a hurry to get to the airport. But I just want to list some things we like and what we don't like about San Juan. So the people.
Very nice, very thoughtful.
People were nice, thoughtful, helpful, just really, really great. Definitely spend, I think you could easily fill 2 weeks here.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot to do in San Juan. We haven't even seen a lot of the island or any of the other parts of the island. And we definitely want to come back. The infrastructure is pretty darn good. It's a lot better developed than, I'd say, any of the islands in the Caribbean that we've been to, and we've been to a lot. I think it compares to St. Martin in a lot of ways. And I loved Miramar and the Art District, of course. So the other thing that really stood out to me, probably more than Chris, other than ambulances, and I heard one last night, the sirens aren't blaring. It's like they do a woo, and people just pull over. They're not like continuously running the sirens and everything, so it's been very nice and very quiet. And that's not just here on the beach side of Isla Verde where we are now. It was also the case in Miramar. And I guess people just cooperate, or the police, I don't know. It was pretty amazing to me. So if any of you know why that differs in the U.S. versus here in at least San Juan, I'd love to hear from you. Another thing we noticed is not only here, but some of the other islands we visited, but especially here, they use solar. There are some condos right over here, some townhouses, and I think every unit has solar power on it. We saw a lot of solar farms in different places, and Miramar also that had solar. So alternative energy is big in the Caribbean. Now, what I did not like is that the streets were unsafe, and not because of any crime or people or anything like that. Not at all. The streets are unsafe because the utility companies, they have covers over the utility that are missing, that are rusted, that are like, there's one over here that was caving in.
You do need to watch your step.
Yeah.
On the sidewalks.
Yeah, so if you're walking at night, you really need a flashlight or something. There's also a light pole over near the supermarket Pueblo, and down at the base there was this big metal wire sticking out. So if, say you were walking as a couple and you stopped to let somebody through and move to the side, you could easily scrape your leg on that rusty piece of metal there. So, caution when it comes to that. And that's really the only bad thing we have to say. Now, cost of living wise, Puerto Rico is 6% higher cost of living than Atlanta. It's equivalent to Michigan. I know all my Michigan friends that are cold right now are going to hate hearing that, but that is the case. And food prices were weird. Like
cheap meat but expensive veggies.
Yeah, and what was odd about the vegetables too, and maybe because there's more people growing stuff here in Puerto Rico, maybe you can buy it cheaper at little like farmers markets or something. But what we noticed was like the cost of green asparagus was $6.99 a bundle. But if you wanted white asparagus, I think the green asparagus came from the U.S. If you wanted white, which, you know, Puerto Rico is a U.S. country, or state, territory. But if you wanted white asparagus that was imported
From Peru. It was
from
$2.99.
Peru. Yeah, $1.99 for white asparagus, which is harder to produce. It takes a lot more work. So some of the prices were a little crazy. I found some of the European imported products could be cheaper than the U.S. products a lot of times. But like we got a sirloin, a New York strip, huge, like over an inch thick, way over an inch thick. And now it was on sale, but the price difference was about half of what it is, 3/4 of what it is in the U.S. So it was on sale for $5.99 a pound. So we ate a lunch. Where we're staying has a kitchen. It's a Marriott apartment, very nice place, first of its kind. They're building a second one in Georgia right now, but we were able to cook that, so we bought a bag salad, and that huge steak that we split was $12.12 total. What was interesting though is on the grocery receipt, they separate your municipal tax from your federal tax. Politically, that's a wise decision, because if your municipal taxes start going up, you vote them out, right? So the same with the federal. So it's nice to see who's getting how much. But anyway, yeah, definitely come to San Juan. I felt safe here, very comfortable here. We took Uber everywhere. It was way cheaper than what it cost us to rent a car just to be in San Juan. I think our most expensive, how much was the Uber to the Mercado? Do you recall?
From the Mercado back here?
Yeah.
Oh, $8.
$8. It was a close walk though. It should have been cheaper in my opinion, because when we were staying in Miramar and we went to Old Town, which seemed, it was a lot longer route, but it was only $5.71.
Cruise ship to here was 15 and change.
Yeah, from the cruise port to here in Isla Verde, 15 and change. From the airport to Miramar it was during rush hour
Yeah,
too, so a lot of stop and go. It was, I think, 17 and change,
Okay.
somewhere in there. So definitely look at taking Uber as opposed to renting a car if you're going to just stay in San Juan. So it'll be much more affordable and a lot less, hassle, I think. But anyway, that's it for this final thoughts on San Juan. And again, if you get an opportunity, definitely come and visit here. I think you'll love it. The people, the music, the culture. It's just fabulous. Just fabulous. So take care. Thanks for watching and love y'all. Have a good one.